Hello YouTube, this is Thompson 08737 and I just thought I'd do another update for you guys. I'm not sure when the last update was that I did. I've got a few models to show you actually. There's a few models that, like I say, I'm not sure if I showed you in the last update or not. I'm not sure if I actually uploaded an update for them. But I'll just give you a quick rundown now. Of what I got. So these are the models, one of which is a custom Tunis Air A320, which as you can see in there, it's in the box. Aero Classics donor. Obviously I paid a pretty decent amount of money for that. You know, custom models don't come cheap. The one after that is Iron Maiden 757-200. This is the 2008 version. I actually prefer this version compared to the 2011 version because it actually has the Astraeus titles on the engines. I don't know, I mean Astraeus, the Astraeus livery, it sort of reminds me of Titan Airways, you know, with like the sort of star. Obviously Titan Airways has like the has Mars and like the stars as well. So yeah, them two sort of, for me, sort of resemble each other. But yeah, I think that looks better with the Astraeus titles on the engines. Next we have two KLM City Hopper ERJ190s. You might be asking why I got two, because they are essentially the same registration, the same model. I got two because, you know, you've got to take chances. I should have really pre-ordered two of the Thompson 737-800 with winglets from Phoenix, but I only ordered one. I'm sort of regretting that now, but I might order one soon. But I mean, the prices are pretty steep for them. And these, because it's the first ERJ190 mod by Gemini Jets, I assumed it would be a pretty big sellout. So it's sort of like an investment for the future, I suppose. And then the last one is an Emirates A380, which is one that I had before, but I sold that one, and now I've got one back again. I decided to buy it. So them models, I'm not sure if I showed you them in the last update, so I do apologise if you've already seen them. But next I want to show you my easyJet fleet. Now, obviously the aircraft in the top right corner of the video is the Virgin 747. That's just there for the Manchester Airport project, which is currently in view. But yeah, these are all I've got 8 easyJet models now, and 2 of which, in fact, I'll do it like this. I do apologise about the lighting. I have 2 737-300s. They are the same, both from Herpa. Registration is of both is HBIIJ, which is obviously Swiss registration. HB is Swiss. I actually saw one of these go on eBay and sold for £57 not only a few days ago. So that's, for me, you know, it's pretty good if that's the sort of price that they'll be going for, and you know, many years to come, maybe even more, then that's superb. And then next we have the Gemini Jets 737-700, which of course has the Big at Gatwick titles on the other side, and easyJet.com titles on one side. It would be awesome if I could get the sample model of this, because the sample, for those of you who don't know, there was a sample model released, and it's got easyJet.com titles on both sides rather than the Big at Gatwick on one side. And well, obviously it's a sample model, so it would be extremely lucky to find one of them. I don't have any sample models in my collection, so you know, just to have that, obviously to add to the easyJet fleet, would be amazing. Next up we have Dragon Wings A319. This is actually my latest edition, my most recent edition. This has no registration. But yeah, it's all it says at the back is Airbus A319, and you know, you can obviously it says easyJet. It does for me. It doesn't really matter too much about the registration. I mean, I got it to add to the collection, so you know, it's not too bad. Like say, Dragon Wings comes with plastic wings, which isn't great, but like I say, it's an addition to the fleet. So next to that, we have a Gemini Jet. Yeah, this is another Gemini Jet's A319. This registration is GEZAM. So this is a Gemini Jets version. This is probably one of the most expensive Airbus easyJet models you can buy in 1/400 scale. Compared to green box models, these seem to go up pretty higher. And then next up we have a green box, which is essentially Aero Classics, by the way, if you're not too sure on them. This is another A319. Registration on this is GEZEJ. And then next up we have two A320s, one of which is British registered, GEZTT, and then the last one is HBJZR, which of course is Swiss registered again, just like the 737-300s. Of course, you know, the easyJet fleet obviously now only consists of A319s and A320s. It would be superb to see a new release with the sharklets. I have to say that would be pretty. That would be pretty cool to see one of them. Obviously, like I say, to add to the fleet, and for those guys who find it hard to get hold of an easyJet, you know, if you pre-order it, then you're certain to get one. If one is released, so you know. I mean, I posted photos. I haven't actually posted photos yet, but I posted a comment stating that, you know, I'd received these, how many I'd got, and you know, someone mentioned it was, you know, I was lucky. It's not based on luck really. It's based on where you can find it. Yeah, that's a point. So you might be a bit lucky, but at the same time, it's based on how much you're willing to pay for a model. And I haven't exactly paid, you know, very few pounds for these models. To tell you the truth, the most I've paid for one of the most expensive one that I've paid for, it has got to be, I believe it was the Biget Gatwick 737-700, which was £35 I paid for that, and the rest of them have been under them. Even the 737-300s, which I said, you know, one went for 57 quid on eBay only a few days back. That was, you know, I paid more or less half of that price. So if you know, it's pretty good. It's all about investment, I suppose. You know. Pre-order news. I've got some news to do with pre-orders. I pre-ordered the Gemini Jets Condor 757-300 in the new livery. That's interesting, but once again, it's not a Thomas Cook model, which we really do need. You know, if they're going to release that with Condor titles, then why? I don't see why they wouldn't release one with Thomas Cook. Personally, I would prefer Thomas Cook A321 with sharklets, if I'm honest, in the new Heart livery. I've also got the FIFA World Cup MD83, which was released by Phoenix, on pre-order as well. So I've got that coming. I've also got an Air Pullmantur 747-400. Which is actually one that I keep forgetting about. I pre-ordered that, and it keeps slipping my mind, and then I'll sort of realise that, you know, that's on my list as well. And then from Waffle Collectibles, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, I've also got on pre-order a PIA Pakistan International Airlines Boeing 777-300, and also the old FIFA World Cup MD83, which was partially, it was like Phoenix slash blue box model, or something like that, blue box or blue line or something. And I'm not sure when those two are going to come though, because it states on the website, on Waffle Collectibles website, that it can take either from 4 weeks to 8 months. So I'm not sure what date I pre-ordered it, but we could be looking towards the end of the year before I receive them. You know, 8 months is pretty long, so I could be waiting up to 8 months. If it's longer than 8 months, then I'll be sort of asking questions about that. You know, ideally I want them as soon as possible. 8 months, yeah, is pretty long. So that's pre-order news. With regards to this airport, that's one thing I want to talk about as well, is the airport itself. Obviously the Manchester Airport project is what I'm on about, the board that I'm recording on now. I changed my shifts, so it was a bit difficult for me to do any work, and obviously coming home later on, I just wanted to, well, I was basically eating my meal, then going straight to sleep, really. I'm now back on my original shifts that started on 8:30, so 8 o'clock in the morning, finish at 4:30 in the evening, which therefore gives me a bit of time. Obviously I've got time at weekends as well, but I don't want to say I'm going to cheat doing this airport. I did say it was going to be a replica of Manchester Airport Terminal 2. The one thing I'm worried about though, I don't know if I've mentioned this before either, but one thing I'm worried about doing is the air bridges. So what I might do is just order some. I know it's the wrong scale, but Herpa have like these certain air bridges which are pretty much what I could do with to sort of speed up the process. Like I said, I don't want to rush this airport by all means, but I want to be able to get it done. I also have, the reason I want to get it done is because I also have another airport in my mind, but I don't want to start another airport and for you guys to be sort of disappointed that I've not completed this airport. You know, because I honestly genuinely do want to do this airport for the sake of the wide body aircraft, you know, that I've been buying for this airport. You know, it'd be a waste of time. But the other airport I have in mind, it's basically going to be like a revamp of my Spanish Mediterranean airport. It's not going to be the same airport. It's going to be a similar layout, but this time I'm going to try and include. It's going to be a little bit like Ibiza Airport, where you've got 2 wide body stands, or at least according to FSX, they are wide body stands, and so yeah, I'm going to be doing something like that. So I'm going to have a runway, taxiway, then the main apron. So you got like a taxiway in between sort of 2 sets of stands. So you got remote stands, and then you got stands besides the terminal, which are going to be in a similar situation as what I did on my Spanish Mediterranean airport, where it's going to be in like a loop, so the aircraft will taxi in and turn, so they won't need to be pushed back. Whether I will include a business jet, you know, like a small general aviation area, again, I'm not sure. But what I might do is just have them positioned on the apron where it's suitable, sort of thing. I'll try and include a fire station as well, again. Control tower, that's probably not going to be it depends how big I can get the terminal. I mean, I think I've said the terminal was going to be about 5 centimetres. I've tried working it out roughly on the size of this board, of the Manchester Airport project board, but whether that is possible to do, I'm not sure. I might have to get like another airport, another board, like a bit bigger, a bit wider. Lengthways, I think I could maybe make it a bit longer by about half a foot, so 6 inches. I could add on 3 inches to both ends if you like, if you use this airport. But yeah, this Manchester Airport project, I really want to get it done as soon as I can. You know, I don't really know what's holding me back, but obviously it's the cost of it. You know, I can't be spending money left, right and centre, just throwing my money away, you know, and just spending it. I've got to sort of set out my money every month sort of thing. You know, but I mean, the work I've done so far, obviously I don't want that to go to waste either, so but hopefully once it's complete and once I've got sort of, you know, the basics, once the basics are on, you'll probably obviously start realising, hey, yeah, this is Manchester Airport and he's done a pretty good job. Obviously, you know, if you do have any criticism over it, then by all means do say, when it is complete or near to completion, then, you know, by all means. I am trying to go into as much detail as possible with this airport. I'll try and do like little taxiway signs, you know, little buildings around the apron area, even little barriers, jet blast barriers, markings along the main terminal of Terminal 2. I'm not too sure about. I might cheat a little bit on that and start doing updates and stuff before I actually really focus on the very detailed parts, because otherwise it's going to frustrate me even more, and by the end of it I probably will sort of, you know, it will get to me a little bit, because honestly, if you're going to do a model airport and you're a beginner, do a model airport that is a fantasy airport to start off with, just to get used to techniques and ideas and stuff like that. Because if you do it like I'm doing, basing it on a real model airport, even though Manchester Airport is a pretty simple terminal to do, it's pretty straight, you know, it's pretty basic. It's probably one of the most basic airports sections you could do, but even still it's a lot of hard work, measuring everything out, and you know, you've got to be patient and all that sort of thing. I do apologise about this video being so long, but obviously it's giving you guys an update on, you know, with regards to models that I've had arrive, models that I've got on pre-order that I'm waiting for, and obviously the airport itself, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I mean, a few of you might now be thinking, well, he's not really doing any updates, he's not really showing us anything, it could be, you know, could be waiting a long time to see something productive on this airport, but I will try and get something done as soon as I can. I'm also having a few problems with FSX at the minute, but I don't want to be going into that. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions regarding my easyJet models, then by all means do ask me, or if you're still curious about any of my model airports, how to do anything, or you know, other models that I've got, where I got them from, etc., then by all means ask me, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Once again, thanks for watching. If you managed to stop, you know, listen to me for coming up to 19 minutes, then fair play to you. Once again, thanks for watching. See you again in the next video, whenever that may be. I'm not sure, but like I say, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.